Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks a lot for joining in today's special edition of the Watch List. The Watch List on 5th of July, and today is Tuesday afternoon. And once again, thanks a lot for joining our flagship program, the Watch List by Magenta Trade. At Magenta Trade, we teach you how to grow your portfolio using option trading strategies. We explain in simple terms how you can participate in the world leading companies with a fraction of the amount that you would need as normal investment. In the vast ocean of the stock market, there are plenty of opportunities to gain from the movement of share prices every day. However, market is unpredictable, volatile, and sometimes complex to understand. In order to be successful, you need a disciplined, rule-based approach developed over a long period of experience in the market and focus on building a long-term portfolio to protect your hard-earned money. Okay, so with that introduction, let's quickly start with our regular routine. And as per the routine, I should share my screen with you. So what's happening there in the market? And as you know, we entered a weekend trade, holiday weekend trade for the Independence Day, and it worked out pretty well. Almost 10% gain, and we'll discuss how we got that. And of course, those who have gone through the session on Friday, they must now see in their trading account or brokerage account the progress. So I don't need to discuss about that. But let's get started with the disclosures first. Okay. All our discussions at Magenta Trade are solely for educational and information purposes. We are not investment advisors, and you should consult a financial advisor before making any investments. Options trading involve exceptional gains, but at the same time, they pose inherent risks. Past results are no guarantee of future gains. For more disclosures, you can visit our website, www.magentatrade.com, as always. Okay, let's quickly jump onto the market. There are no earnings report today. So let's straight away go to the market, and let me switch off my video. That's not important. And as you can see, the S&P 500 is currently only down by 13 points. Earlier, it went up to 3742. Today's low was 3742. So it was lower by more than a percentage point, but now it has recovered. In fact, the Nasdaq is up by 70 points. Dow is currently down by 300 points. Earlier, it was down by more than 600 points. Okay, so that's what is happening in the market. The market has a rebound in the last 1 hour. The last 1 hour has seen a dramatic turnaround. It's almost more than a percentage gain. And let's see some of the stocks, but and we'll also discuss how our holiday weekend trade gained 10% today. So those who have who had already given the the close price with a $200 profit, hopefully they have got it. Personally, I could not close the trade somehow. It is still in profit, and it's more than $200. It's nearly $240 or $250 sometimes. But I'm not able to close it. I'm not sure exactly why. There is enough volume in the market, and maybe there is some issue in the brokerage. So just let me know with your experience in the comments in the YouTube if you are able to close that trade and you are able to encash that profit. Remember, that trade is not for long-term holding. That trade was only for the holiday weekend, and we were supposed to close it early in the morning. I placed a close order, but it did not close by itself somehow, and it is more profitable now, but at the same time we need to close it. We cannot keep it open. Okay, so that's how it works. Now let's quickly go to the other indices. Like Nasdaq is up by 75 points now. So it is a very positive turnaround. It actually opened lower with a loss, almost 1%, but then it turned around. Dollar index is up by 1.27%. Dow is currently down by only 260 points. Earlier, it was down by 600 points. So that's why it is important. VIX is up by 1.34%. Gold is down by 2%. Silver is down by 3.5%. Oil is down by 10%. You can see the drastic fall there. And if you check with the Bollinger Band, definitely it is much lower. It's touching the lower band there. So there may be a turnaround from here, but let's see what happens. Okay, let's go back to individual stocks there. Advanced Auto Parts is up by 3.5%. Apple is up by 1.7%. Let me check the volume. The volume is not that great. It is not anywhere near the 10 days average volume. There is 1.5 hours trading remained left out in the market today. So maybe it will go back to 60 million or so. But let's see. As of now, there is not great volume, but still it's a very, very positive turn. It opened as lower. And as you can see, for Apple, today's low was 136.93. So almost a couple of percentage down, but then it turned around. Now it's up by 1.7%. Accenture is still down by 2.3%, whereas earlier it was down more. ADI is down by 0.3%. Akamai Technologies up by 1%. AMD is back up 1.7%. Earlier it was down as well in the morning. Amazon is up by 4%. On 114. Let's see what's the news there, if there is any particular news in the market. All of a sudden, there was no update from Fed today. Okay. I'm not exactly sure why the market turned around all of a sudden, but it's a good thing. So okay, there is no update as such, and today is the first day after yesterday's holiday, so I'm not exactly sure. Okay, now there are some specific stocks that probably we can have a look quickly. The Ford Motors. Currently, it is down by 1.7%. Earlier, it was down by more, around 3%. That's because their new vehicle sales was not up to the mark. The sales rose only 1.8% to 483,688 new vehicles in the second quarter, whereas it is up by 1.8% compared to the quarter a year earlier. However, it was expected to be higher by between 3.3% to 5.1% as per the analyst. So the stock was down because of the lower production in terms of the new vehicle sales for Ford. Other energy stocks also went down significantly today. Occidental Petroleum, Warren Buffett's holding, it is down by 4.6% currently. Earlier, it was down by almost 7 or 8%. Marathon ConocoPhillips. ConocoPhillips is down by 8% today. Marathon Oil, that's also down by almost 8%. So all this because the oil has gone down by 10%. Now HP, the technology company, down by 1.8%. Earlier it went down significantly. The low was around $30. And after Evercore, ISI downgraded the stock. Stellantis, Fiat Chrysler. Stellantis, STLA, currently down by 6% after the union's report mentioned that companies' production could take a hit about 220,000 vehicles this year due to the global chip shortage. Stellantis produced about 14% fewer vehicles in the first half of this year compared to the same period a year ago. AstraZeneca, is it in right? AstraZeneca is currently down by more than 1%, and there's news that they are going to buy 10-year-2 in a deal that could be valued at up to $1.27 billion. So, due to that acquisition news, the stock is down by more than 1%. Crocs is up by more than 10%, 10.3% today, because there is an upgrade by Loop Capital for the company. Loop said in a note to clients that Crocs should not be considered a pandemic era fad and that the recent decline for the stock has gone too far. That's true. That's true for many companies. And today's volume is significantly higher than the 10 days average volume. So that is also a very positive factor. So definitely it has crossed the 20 days moving average as well. So probably it is a good turnaround. Now, let's look at what happened to our weekend trade. So that we can analyze better. And meanwhile, while we are just discussing, let me open the brokerage platform as well. Earlier I opened it, but then I got a network problem, so I had to restart the machine just before the show. And now I am reopening or restarting the brokerage platform. So just give me a second. Okay, so that's, let's have a quick look some other stocks. DHI is up by 2.2%. Corteva is down by 4.5%. Enphase Energy is only down by 2.6%, whereas the oil is down by 10%. So that's interesting. Etsy is up by 10%. Is there any news? Not sure. Expedia. EXP World Holdings. 11% up. Meta is up by 4%. Fortinet is up by 2.5%. Google is up by 3.6%. And Micron Technology is up by 5%. Micron Technology, there is a lot of volume there. It's more than 10 days average volume there. Netflix is up by 2%. Nvidia is up by 2.2%. That's also again, the volume is above the 10 days moving 10 days average. So that's also significant. Oracle is up by 1.3%. Qualcomm is up by 1.2%. So all the chip companies are up today. Teladoc is up by 7.4%. It's interesting. Tesla is also now up 1.6%. Upstart is up by 4.8%. Unity Software is up by 10.4%, and Microsoft is up by almost a percentage point. SBNY, Signature Bank of New York, so that's up by 2.3%. We've got a position over there. Okay, so let's have a quick look. So currently, this one is our SPX position is up by only $192. Earlier, it was up by $240. It went up to $250, I think. Okay, anyways, so let's look at what was our position there. So basically, we sold 3810 call expiring 14th of July, and we bought 3830 call expiring 29th of July, which is the weekly expiry, and for SPX. And our net price was $24.98, around, let's say, $25. Currently, the mid price is around $27. So almost a $200 profit there, and you could have got more if you did manage to close it half an hour or 1 hour earlier. So I'm not still able to close it. I tried to close it at 27.20. Now, even if I, let's say, to 26.85, because the objective is to just demonstrate, right? In my personal account, I tried to close it at $27, $27.10, but still it's not able to close. Let's try to 26, try 26. Current mid price is 26.90. So see, to 26.80 it should close, but somehow it's not able to close, not even in the paper trading account. Anyways, but the stock, the trade is in the positive. So just try to close it as soon as possible. And our objective was to get a profit of around $200 only. The maximum profit was $500, as we saw in the profitability index. Let me see if I can open that profitability chart once again. Performance profile. Right, let me open that. So if we try to, let's say we keep it till tomorrow, okay, then the profit could be around $438. So really, I don't want to do it, or say, let's say 7th of July. If we close it on 7th of July, then the profit might increase. And if the price remains at this level, current price is 37. What's the current price? Let me quickly check. Current price is 3810, right? So let's say it stays at that price on 7th of July. If it remains that, so the profit will be around $500. So if you wish, you can hold it as long as the index does not go below 3,700 or something, it will still be profitable. So if you wish, you can keep it, and let's see if we can get some more profit. But I think $200, $250 profit is fine. And let's see if we go to the say next week, which is, let's say, July 11th. Then the profit could be at the same level of this one. The profit could be $1,000. So that is a possibility. So if you would like to hold it, you can hold it. But then again, the main thing is it should not go below 3,700, which has a strong possibility, by the way. I don't deny. So there is a strong possibility, and this kind of trade, this particular trade, I should say, was only for the holiday weekend. Okay, so it's up to you whether you want to keep it or not. But this is how the profitability works. The simple logic in this particular trade is that let me explain you the trade once again. So we are selling, we have sold basically the 3810 call option with an earlier expiry, because with the earlier expiry, the index is expiring 14th of July, and that is almost a week now, or let's say 9 business days. In that 14th of July, so it is losing its value much faster than the July 29 call option. So that's how it works. So we are buying the call option, which is bit far away from the expiry now, 4 weeks away, and we are selling an option which is closer to expiry, 2 weeks away only. And that trade we did on Friday. And over the long weekend, our expectation was that both of them would lose value, but the option with a closer expiry would lose more value. And so we sold that option, and the option with longer expiry, even if it loses value, it will be less than what we lose value in the option that we are selling. So that's why we bought that option. So with that strategy, it has paid off, and it is our investment was $2,500 or 2,490.95, whatever it was price you entered. So $2,500, if we are getting a profit of around, say, $200, even that's 8% gain. If you're getting profit of 250, of course it's 10% gain. So that's the trade. And if you want to keep it, it's up to you, but you have to constantly monitor it, watch it. The index value should not go below 2,700, otherwise you would 3,700, otherwise you would lose money on that. Okay, so that's our SPX trade, and that happened for the holiday weekend. In terms of other trade, let's see SPX if we can get into a bear call trade. Why I am saying bear call trade is because we are not yet out of the woods, and definitely still the bear phase. So let's say if we sell something, actually we might get a good price now. So that is a good thing, because the market has gone up in the last 1 hour. Okay, S&P 500, SPX index. So we have, now I'm looking for a trade for an option which will expire on the fourth week Friday from today. So fourth week Friday is, I think, how many days this one? Yeah, July 29. So that week, let's say, and we are looking for a bearish trade. Okay, so bearish trade, let's say, $19 delta, $20 delta. Let's say we sell 4015. and we buy 4035. So if we sell 4015 and 4035 call option, we can still get $4 worth of credit, $4.15. So that is our trade. Um, let's take that trade. I'm happy to take that trade. We are selling. We are getting a credit of $415. So once again, let me explain quickly as I'm trying to enter the trade in my personal account as well. So let's quickly explain the trade. So we are selling 4015 call option expiring in the fourth week Friday, and we are buying 4035 call option the same day. Okay. Okay. So maybe just we change the price to maybe $4 now. Okay. Let's see if even if it gets filled at $4, we are fine with that. Okay, so that's for the SPX trade. We are trying currently. SPX is at 3806, I think, and okay. Now let's look into some other stocks, if possible. Yeah. In terms of other trades, we had some one trade on the Apple position. So we had 125, 120 bull put. So that is still positive. Salesforce 155, 150. That's still positive. And of course, we have this bear call expiring 22nd of July. So that's also positive. And earlier it went up to $2. So those who had their close target in $2, my close target is $1.90. So that's why it did not close. But I'm happy to hold it maybe another 2-3 days. Yes, so that is there is another thing. So if you have this bear call option open or bear call position open, then if you are opening another SPX position, then your portfolio becomes a little bit risky. So it's better than to close one. Either you close this bear call position or you close this holiday weekend trade. And of course, you can also not take the new SPX trade, or you can close both these positions, SPX positions, and open the new one. So that also you can do. Okay, so that's about it for today, and hopefully you had a good long weekend. You enjoyed the holiday weekend. You enjoyed the Independence Day, and probably you took some time out to catch up with your family. Whatever way, hopefully you enjoy. That's what I mean. And thanks a lot for joining in today. Thanks a lot for watching the watch list. Please do follow us in the social media channels, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. And I'll be back tomorrow again, the same time, 2:30 p.m. Eastern. Your favorite program, the watch list. And of course, like our YouTube channel, subscribe to it so that you can see the future videos as well. Okay. Thanks a lot and have a good rest of the day. Thank you. Bye bye.